Welcome back. So, if this works as expected, okay, nice. Um, so what we're going to do today is to keep talking to the LLM regarding how to add more debug, okay, and yeah. So that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to add more debug because we want to separate the fib into logic and stop loss part. So that this was something that we asked the last day while I was offline, and yeah. So I also found out while I was offline that there were some problem with the how often did this work. So you know, there's this thing. There's this thing was this 1 minute catch. So it takes 5 minutes between loops. So it takes 5 minutes to decide which one of the symbols need to be traded. So when you do the decision to trade, it's 5 minutes late. So we need to, I don't know, parallel everything so that it's you know, so that it runs everything faster, or maybe, you know, try to higher time frame so that 5 minute delay is not a problem. But in any case, or maybe limit trades. In any case, yeah. So what I want to be doing right now is to separate the fib into logic and stop loss part. That's what I did the other day. So let me find out the old you know, the old ChatGPT conversation so that we can take a look at all of this. So yeah. Where the hell is this? Okay, so chat conversation, ChatGPT. Yeah. So here you have the question, and you have these two lines which represent everything that happens in here thanks to these timestamps. And yeah, so the problem is filter symbols by rank. Okay, give me 1 second that I turn off. I turn down this volume so that I don't have to shout so much. Okay, so here it has some recommendations, but I think I had another you know, another conversation which was better than this last one, which I did later on, which is look at that. So the conversation that I had with this, what you doing in short, Freedom Boy. Oh, look at that. I remember you from the past. What you're doing? That's a very good question. I have an explanation of this in YouTube actually, because someone else asked this same question. So if you go to my YouTube and yeah, and you go to videos, no, live, you go to live and you go to part 13, you can open the chat where you can find all of the messages. And why the hell isn't there any message here? Okay, so if you go to the very last place of the video, Okay, this is not it. Let me go to part 12 just in case. So once again we open the chat, we go to the very end, and here it is. So if you turn on the timestamp thing, there's this look at that. These are like 7 minutes where I try to explain the code flow to Mohan. So this is 2 hours 5 in here, 2 hours 5:35. Where the hell are you? Well, more or less it's here, and that's where I explain. So I can share this thing with you if I do this. I said it's 2:35. Is that right? Well, it's supposed to be 2:05:35, so I can copy this thing. I can remove the SI thing so that YouTube does not search for us. So this is 7 minutes explanation on what all of this is about. So if I take the link, copy paste here, we should see the explanation. So this is the explanation I did with all of the stuff. So this is the different runners that talk to an API daemon, which then later on it talks to the API exchange. Wait, I have managed to lose this thing somehow. Open panel. So yeah, and then I explain what I try to do here. So basically the problem that I have right now is that I don't have enough trades to work with all of this. Actually, the trade is something related to Fibonacci. So basically it's something like the price goes down, and you know, so I detect that the price is going down, and then when there's a backtrace, I do a trade like this. So if this is going down, I try to enter into here, and if there's a big candle here, I try to go short, and the same thing if you go long. In any case, you've got those 7 minutes to watch so that you can understand what all of this is about. So right now I have a lot of conditions in order to trigger the trade, and having so many conditions make the trade to trigger very difficult. And so I'm trying not to have so many of those, so that it's not 1 or 0, it's like percentages. That way I can have more trades, and you can, depending on what confidence you have on the trades, you can trade more amount or less amount of your currency. So we're going to resume, we're going to summarize what we were discussing with ChatGPT. Okay, so here there's this ChatGPT removing all of this logic, and this logic is what makes the script finally making money, because it's trying to use the stop loss so that we have a nice stop loss referring to the Fibonacci retracement, and then you go to the main trend side. Okay, and you know, ChatGPT decided to remove all of this code regarding the Fibonacci retracement. So I told ChatGPT, oh, why did you remove so much of this code? And it says, okay, it's temporary because I want to do a diagnosis step and whatever. So what he says is that the Fibonacci logic should not be a hardware section, so it should not be 0 or 1. Okay, so we should scale confidence. And so what he advises us to do, I wasn't able to do this while I was, offline. So that's why I'm doing this online, so that I actually do it, because otherwise it's very, sometimes you can do some stuff offline, sometimes you need help of being online so that others can watch you and encourage you to do the stuff. So do not remove 0, but have these penalties or whatever. So we want to convert fib and candle checks from gates to weights. Okay, so that's when I say that the script, its trigger, it actually trades in an exchange. Okay, so this is not something that we can just remove the very big check and just throw it to the exchange. We don't want that. So, and we also want a stop loss so that the trade does not liquidate the full account. So if you go short and then the price goes up to X, even if you are with 1X, your account gets liquidated. We do not want that, okay? So ChatGPT says, okay, look at that. We can do this, that. So the problem is that there are two different topics mixed. So there's signal quality. So is this a good trend entry? And the risk safety. So if this is wrong, can it blow up the account? Okay. So this is working as a signal filter, as a risk guardrail. So risk constraints must be enforced independently of signal quality, and the stop loss safety should not depend on Fibonacci logic. The Fibonacci logic should influence confidence, not define whether a stop exists. This goes against my own logic, but we will see. So it says that once you separate these two conditions, then it's safer, it's easier to debug. So here's the ChatGPT recommendation. Always define a stop loss, no exceptions. So we should have a hard stop loss so that we have a minimum distance, liquidation, safety, position sizing rules. And yeah, so that's a very good point, but I don't want to have a stop loss for the sake of having it. So we will see. And then this is the right thing this is the thing I want to explore today, okay? So I want to split the Fibonacci logic into two layers. Okay? So layer A is risk stop. So maybe base it on ATR, base stop, Fibonacci extreme, volatility floor, or whatever. So this is the idea. So either you've got the minimum between the retracement for long trades, or minus 1.5 times ATR, okay? And then you've got this thing about, is this a good entry? So we have the confidence multipliers, positioning scales, priority selectors. These are not gatekeepers. So if the price is not in fib zone, you return 0.0. So now you just you remove 30% regarding the entry confidence, but the stop remains intact. So that's the idea. So the idea is to, yeah, then if there's final score less than 50%, you return 0. And yeah, we also have the position size profile that we already have somehow. And another thing, which is option C, shadow mode, that orders are not sent, and you debug everything. And that's, I do not want to do that. I actually want to trade with this script, so I'm not going to do any shadow mode, so that you know, you don't actually trade. And yeah, but this is what I want to explore. So I want to explore this stuff here. So now we are going to go into the code of the script, which is somewhere. Which one should we be changing? Wait a minute. I don't remember where this was. So this is about, was trend.py? Don't remember very well. Calculate easy trend 10 with RSI. And Freedom Boy, we are no longer doing trading view stuff. So this is Python. It lets you do more stuff. And yeah. So this is trend.py, where this is defined. So now we go to trend.py. Okay. Okay, so here we have calculate easy trend with RSI, which has all of the stuff that we usually have. And then we have the retrace conditions around here. And currently we don't have any changes pending. We are on the more trades one branch, which I think it's on the video description. Otherwise, you can visit it on my trading account. Okay. So let's try to explain all of these. So basically, when you are doing a long trade, which means that the slope, the normalized slope is greater than 0, you want to check all of this and find out the different Fibonacci values. Okay. Wait a moment. Didn't we have this with some configuration values? Wait a moment. Now I'm a bit confused. I thought that we had some Fibonacci values around here so that we could change those values. I think we might have messed up with those. Because yeah, I mean this makes sense. So allow a 0.5% breakout, some wiggle room, but all of those values are just made up. So we might have remove some stuff around here. So if you take a look at you know, state.pi, it reads config.pi in order to have all of these. And let me see. If you go to one of these and you open the config.pi, which is the one that does not have the password. Oh my god, this is not it. Where the hell is that? Override config 1. You can see that here we have defined the fifth level. Okay, so the fifth level should be used. Look at that. A state.fifth level should be used in the different places so that we have different levels. So that might be the problem that we had all of this time, that we were testing again and again the same thing. So look at that. Fifth retrace long, fifth retrace short. And this is number 10. Okay, so we have those here. Okay, so actually this is used later on around here, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure why these are hard coded, but maybe that's to be expected. So yeah, so fib retrace long. Yeah, so this might be some magic numbers if the long is not between this fib range. Yeah, I mean, we should maybe rethink this part. Okay, let me see. So we have all of these conditions that now have some confidence variables. So what we do is, let me see if I can explain here. So we have these confidence variables that have this club stuff put in, and thanks to the reject function we just return 0.0 and so on. So and this, so this also should have some stuff here. Let me find out. So the RSI confidence, we are also using it. We are also using the EMAC confidence. Okay, and this is a place where we have the trend persistence thing, slope normalized. So these are the fifth retrace values, which is the place where you want to put the stop loss stuff. And this is the profit 1R and 1R profit thing, which we might change in here. Okay, so basically basically if you have this slope normalized greater than 0, candle conf, you change this thing, and you change this other thing. And so the idea is that the final score depends on all of these confidence stuff. Okay. The problem is that somehow we have this nice ball thing which return 0 if this is not nice. Maybe we can start by improving this part here, and then later on we can work with the Fibonacci stuff so that it's easier to work with all of this. And let's take a look at here. So here we have this we soften the required count for this thing, which is with required radio and so on. And as you can see, we add again and again more debug log, which later on we will just turn off, because it's going to be easier to have all of these debugs turn on, but then later on turn off. You know what I mean? And so these are some softening of the different stuff. So do not filter out high volatility symbols. So we want to just use them. I'm not sure if this is something that we're going to edit. So score based on alive and choppiness, it's not so big. So we have this confidence stuff, I think. 1 seconds, diversity score, micro score, and we are using all of them here. Okay, so this is the score. Later on, it's confidence. Okay, so I'm not sure. Maybe from public chess 16 we can do a squash, put everything together. But for now, that's how it's going to be. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is to have an additional, thing here, which is going to be the nice bull thing, so that it's the candle confidence. By the way, maybe it's just removing this thing. So the candle conf is depending on the body ratio and all of this. So there's no need to have a nice bull and just removing this thing. So I think I can remove this myself, and then we can work on on the Fibonacci stuff that we are using, so that it's not a stop conf. So we already have stop conf. I have seen your videos. Can you explain how do you use the trend and fib as a reversal trade? Maybe I can give suggestion. Yeah, okay, so where's the other? So okay, Freedom Boy, the trend and fib as a reversal trade. So we have a trend, so it's something like that, and then it retraces. So I detect that there's a retracement, so I have a random value like 0 whatever. I mean, I have like a Fibonacci retracement segment where I can enter the trade, which is like here. And so that if the price is here, I do the trade in favor of the tendency. That's all it is. Yeah, so I don't know what else should I explain to you. So maybe if you can make the question better. If you can ask a better question, I can, you know. In any case, what we're going to do right now is to remove this thing about nice bowl, because currently we are checking all of this with this candle conf. So nice bowl, so we don't actually need nice bowl for anything in here, I guess. Pretty close, breath open, body ratio, close position. Wait, no. One second, please. So this is the trade. Let me try to answer Fitable again. Can you explain how do you use the trend? So regarding the trend, what I do is a normalize of the slope. So basically this is done by doing an average of segment of a slope segments, and so basically you can use some regression stuff like this thing here, you know, the mean. So so basically what I do is I take the latest candles. Maybe we can do it on trading view. Maybe it's easier to explain. I don't know. So I go to 5 minutes. It's not like we are trading Bitcoin, but let's suppose it's Bitcoin. So I just check, you know, I check like this is a segment, like I don't know, 5 candles, then you have another segment of high candles and so on. So you can do a mean, and with all of these values that you have of these means, you can compute a slope, a value for the slope. So the value for the slope can be positive, which means we are on an uptrend, and if the slope is negative, we are in downtrend. So this is done like with 30 candles, I think, and so we have 30 candles from here. Let me check something like this. So it's like you've got 30 candles, and I test the very first 25 candles to see if it's an uptrend. And then if somehow the price is going down, that's when I check the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, that's more or less the idea. And so if you go here, we should be able to check how many of those I am using. So it's a look back of 50 trades. So I'm using 50 trades as a look back. Okay, and so where the hell is this? Okay, so 80%, 20%. So I'm not sure if the actual lookup that we have here is, so the length of the values, look back, yeah. So you have 50 candles, okay. Where the hell is this? You have 50 candles, so that's from here to here. So you have 50 candles. So what we are taking a look at, it's 50 candles, and then we do an 80%, you know. So 80% times 50, it's 40. So what we actually do is we check the 40. This thing does not count, isn't it? Let me remove this real quick. So we have 40 candles. Where the hell are you? Here it is. So the first 40 candles, which is the one that you have here, tells me which is the trend. So you can see here that the trend is going up. Okay, so that's it. So this one here, it tells me this is going up. Okay, and so what happens is, what the hell happens? Let me see, I'm not sure how what's supposed. Where the hell do I write something like a box? Where the hell do I write a box? I'm not very... Okay, thank you for the likes. Is this Mahone or is it Freedom Boy who sends the likes? Okay. Here's a box. So you can see this is the 80%, and this what you have here, it's the 20%. So here you have 20%. So we don't have anything like that. So maybe like here. So this is the 20%. So if the 20% somehow the price went around here, let me see, is this an arrow? No, this stupid thing. So if the here's the one of this is like an arrow. So if the price went like 80% of the retracement, which is like here, I'm not used to these arrows. So if you have the price, you know, if you have the price from here to there, you have something like this. Okay, so this is the range of the price. So the orange thing is the range of the price, and you say that this is like, you know, this is 100%. Let me do it with Fibonacci. That's why we are here, isn't it? I mean, I like Fibonacci a lot, but you know, sometimes you need to try some stuff. So this is the other way around that I want to do it, apparently. So if I have this thing like Fibonacci, okay, so if I say that if I say that I want to be using something like 0.568 thing, okay, this means that well, I don't remember very well, but this means more or less where the hell you want to do this thing. So the idea is this is the other way around, because otherwise, because I'm not working with you know, I'm not working with the Fibonacci in the usual way, but I'm working with the Fibonacci in the other way. So basically, if I'm able to move this thing around, so we want the one to be here on the bottom and the 0 there. Okay, so you can see that when you do the 60, when you have the 7 whatever. So imagine that the Fibonacci level that we care about is this one here. So if the price somehow goes down here at this level, okay, let's put a line here, because this is not a very good example, but you know, let's put another color. So if the price, if we were seeing an uptrend at the price, what's going up, what's going down here around a range, then I go up and I go with the trend. But this only happens if there's a big trend. If there's a big, you know, there's a big, what's the name? If there's a big candle here. So I have the trade, it goes here, here, and here, and then around here I see that there's a big candle that goes up. Look at that. And then I go and I enter the trade. The problem is that I have many other conditions in order to enter here, and that's what we want to fix, okay? So yeah, that's more or less that. So that's the trend. It's like you have something magic that tells you if you know, if you are in a trend or not, and then you can find out, given these 50 candles, 5 minutes historic, if you have a retracement of whatever Fibonacci level, you can enter there, and then I have more conditions, and that's what we want to be doing. We want to soften those conditions so that it's easier to enter the trades. So that's what we were trying to debug here, to improve here. So this is the slope bigger than 0. This is positive slope, and I was asking myself why the hell the big candle was, this nice bird thing was giving me, it was returning, it was just ending the script. That's not right, because we already have the candle count, candle quantity, if it depending if this is bearish, but I'm saying this only is based on body ratio. And what I'm seeing here is that the nice bear condition that we had originally is also based on the close position, which is like, you know, I don't know what the hell is this means. So I might want to improve this part. So give me 2 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. So let me try to talk to ChatGPT to see what the hell we do with all of this. So we have here all of these conversations about this and that and so on. So I'm going to branch out from here. So this is Fibonacci risk, the risk stop and entry quality. This is the one I want to be using. But for now, let's open a new thread, which we're going to rename as fast as we can. I catch your idea exactly. I have a code to find the big candle. Yeah. I mean, it's not like a big candle, but you know, a candle that goes up. So this is an excerpt of the method. See code below. Python. So I originally used a nice bear in order to choose if I had to trade or not. Okay. You have proposed candle conf as a confidence, so no longer hard yes or no. I see that my old code for nice bear used the close position value. You did not use the close position value. Why was it? Okay. So now ChatGPT is going to replace whatever it. You have to plot the slope line on the chart to create a setting according to that. Wait a moment, what the hell does Freedom Boy says? And you have to plot the slope line on the chart to create a setting according to that. I don't have to plot anything, it's on the Python memory thing. I just plotting it so that you can see it. So unless you actually have to plot it yourself for your big candle code, but yeah, I don't have to plot it. This is just in the Python code. It knows where the slope. I mean, it doesn't actually know what's the slope. It just do some maths on the you know, on the candles, and it says it's uptrend or it's a downtrend. There's no need to plot the thing. Okay, so what your original nice bear was doing correctly. So direction. Okay, so the previous close needs to be less than the previous open, which is a bearish intent. Impulse, conviction, whatever. Close location. Sellers control the close, not just the open. That third condition is not redundant. It compares where the fight ended, not how it's going to. Why it disappeared in the confidence-based version? Body dominance is the primary continuous signal and failed to propagate close with the confidence bond. That wasn't it. It was a partial refactor. You caught real regression. Okay. Why close position is still smothered in soft model? Even in confidence form, close position gives information that the body radio does not. So, big body, mid close, high volatility control, whatever. Okay, so the correct instead of rejecting trades with bad closes, we parallelize that. So, bearish candle confidence drop it. So direction conf, body conf, close conf. Symmetric bullish version. And yeah, so candle confidence helper. Okay. So we need to do this. Candle conf is all of this. Oh. I mean, that's what we were using. We were going to use down there, isn't it? Okay, so let's convert all of this to the code that we have been asked for, and then we will remove this nice burst stuff. So, direction. Close conf. Wait a moment. It has removed the candle conf thing based on body radio. It has done something completely different, and yeah, we're going to go with it because why not? We are here to we're going to in here like. So this is the new stuff. So we have this candle conf. Candle conf we already were using before. So now it's based on the direction conf. So if the previous close is less than the previous open, then we are going to just return 1. Otherwise, we are removing 15%. And body conf if it's whatever, so I'm not sure. So yeah, so it's from 80% to 150%, which I'm not sure if it's good enough. And then the close conf, it's near the low, bearish control, whatever. Okay, so this is a slope -0. This is bearish, and we have also the bullish code, which should be around here. So wait a moment, where the hell is this? Around here. So we can remove this and we can paste this code here, and we are going to have this new candle conf value, okay, which is the one that we are going to use. So before doing anything, we are going to save all of this, which is trading trend. How the hell do we are going to save these things? So cached, let's see. So this is like candle conf, use close position, use close position, use close position. Okay, that's what we are doing right now. And the other thing that we are doing right now is that we are going to just remove this code regarding that we have dismissed this thing because we don't have a nice bool. So the pref close is used here, pref open is used here, buffer rate is used here, close position is used here. So I'm not sure what the LLM is doing around here, but I don't care. Let's go with it. Let's vibe code. So nice bool, I remove it, and then I remove this part here, like here. So return 0. So previous candle validation failed for whatever. So accept. I'm not sure if you actually need to try accept thing here, but yeah. So when this is a downtrend, we also want to remove nice burr around here. So nice burr, we remove it, and we no longer return 0. We are just defining candle conf. So maybe I can just add all of these like here. So use candle cuff. Do not use, deprecate it, nice bear, a nice bull. Okay, let me check the chat because yeah, there's nothing else in the chat. So the last message is from Freedom Boy. You have to upload the slope line on the chart, then create a setting according to that, which we have already commented. So I wonder, I mean, we have done some improvement here, but I also want to fix this thing about the Fibonacci stay and stuff, so that we can, you know, so that we can do this thing. And I think this could have some values here, so that we can have more values or less than all of this. So this would mean that we could maybe put all of these body conf, direction conf into the you know, into the finals value here. Where the hell is into here, the final score? But I'm not sure about that. That we need so much stuff around here. That it's like we could have some weights here later on with you know, machine learning. Let's see where the hell does this give, what this gives to us, but I'm not sure this is a good idea to follow, but you know. Let's do it. So I mean, candle conf. So I actually want to just replace candle conf with this thing here, isn't it? So candle conf, and where the hell is this? Candle conf. So we also need to improve the log, as you can see here. So let's do this thing first. So candle conf, and up here we can remove the candle conf stuff. So where the hell is the other one? Candle conf can be removed without hesitation, which is very nice. Yeah, so apparently candle conf was originally 1. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so what the hell was I doing? I was saying. So this is the candle conf was set to 1 just in case any of the stuff here did not work as expected. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to replace all of these with you know, direction conf. I mean, actually the candle conf equals 1 should be somewhere else, isn't it? Or maybe not. Maybe it's the same thing for the two of them. Yeah, that's the case, but in any case we're going to set all of these to 1. So body conf and close conf, direction conf, body conf and close conf. All of those is they're going to be set to 1.0 around here, so that we don't have any surprises here. So this is kind of related confidence variables. Okay, nice. So we could have asked ChatGPT to do this stuff for us, but I don't know. Sometimes it messes up a lot. So we have all of this. Now we need to work out the candle conf stuff around here. So it's like here. So it's direction, body, and close is it. That's it. So direction, it's here. Body conf, it's here, and close conf, it's here. So basically we can copy and paste this thing in order to replace the candle conf here, and we should be good. Okay, so now we are debugging this thing, and at the same time we have this stuff around here. Yeah, so maybe we can do 2 different commits so that it's easier to have the back stuff in one place or the other. Okay, so here, trading trend. So patch, we're going to add everything in here, but not the ones related to the AI locks. So not these ones here. Have I done this right? So now I can do something like refactor candle conf into its components. Okay, so now we can just take a look at add JSON logs 5, and we will see later on what we do with all of this, because I'm not very sure about this. Okay, so now we have the code. One second, please. Okay, so we are still missing. So let me write this down just in case I have to stop the stream, and I will take a look at what Fiddle Boy says in the chat. Reversal. I have done the reversal trade logic. Okay. We have improved candle conf so that it depends on close conf. What the hell was it called? Close position, so that close position. So we have improved the candle conf so that it depends on close positions. We have what's the hit lock says? We have refactored candle conf. Yeah, we have refactored we are still missing the Fibonacci retracement logic and decision. With the Fibonacci retracement logic split, so that it's not 0 or 1. Okay. So let me check Free the Boy link, which might be the last thing we see in the stream, the stream thing. So he's asking me to be using. So wonder if I can just. What the hell is this? Okay, so apparently this is not a good idea. Let's just use like this. What the hell? Yeah, okay. This is new. Yeah, okay, anyways. So, GA whatever. Can I copy this thing? Yes, I can. Yeah, I don't care. Didn't we have a way of changing this into US thing? I hate all of this. Okay, let's do something like this. What the hell is this? One pivot using Alma. So this is a chart. Okay. One pivot using Alma. This is like a different EMA. So I cannot do anything in here, isn't it? So this is only read-only mode. So you have a shot with, you cannot do anything with it. So you have buy trade, sell trade, sell trade. Let's take a look. And this is 5 minutes. Yeah, it's 5 minutes. So you have the sell trade and then you sell. You have the buy trade and you lose, unless the sell trade. So I'm not very sure what all of this on the bottom means, if I'm very honest. I mean, this is like a, you know, probably what decides when to sell or buy here, but you know, yeah, this seems like fair value gap thing, maybe. I'm not sure what this is supposed to represent. But yeah, I mean, there are signals in order to trade to sell, but there are not signals I mean, yeah, it seems like you have a trend, and then you find out that there's a reversal, whatever, and then you sell, and maybe you are somehow, you know, maybe you are finding a bearish candle here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so there's a bearish candle. When there's a retracement, then you enter the trade. Yeah, I mean, I guess that you enter the trade in the next candle. So you decide to enter the trade here, and you enter the trade in the next candle, and then you decide how much, how long does your trade do whatever. Okay, 1-5 pivot using ALMA. I cannot do anything with this, isn't it? So here you have, if you want to check it yourself, here it is. I'm going to link this into the chat so that if anyone wants to use it, they don't have to type it free, because I'm free the boy link. So that way, if you want to click on it, you have it on the chat, and it's easier to check. But I mean, yeah, it seems like Free the Boy has managed to do this, but as I don't have the PineScript code, I cannot convert it into Python, thanks to you know, thanks to the ChatGPT. So it's not very useful for me, but it's like he's right on what he says. He seems to have found out how to trade all of this. So we could run the scripts to test what we have done today, to see if there are more trades being proposed, but I just want to keep going on with what we have regarding trend.py. So I want to be working in all of these conditions to see the Fibonacci thing. I want this to be like confidence. So it's not like you have to do this thing, but I need a confidence. So if this is less than this thing, then you return 0. But if it's, you know, if it's between this and that, you do not return 0, you return something else, and whatever. So the same thing we are doing with direction conf, body conf, and this, where usually we use clamp, okay, so that it's not like, so clamp is like a slider, if you wish, between two positions. I don't know very well, but that's a bit more or less the idea, is slider between two positions. So yeah, and so the idea is to work out all of these and rewrite all of these so that it doesn't return 0, 0 out of the way. It just has to define a Fibonacci confidence variable, which later on we will be using for the final score. And then, thanks to the final scores, we will be able to say, okay, let's do this, let's make harder to have trades, or make it less harder to make trades. But having said this, I am very sad that I have to end the stream, because right now there are 3 viewers viewing and so on. So right now I have to end the stream. I have to go to do something else. So thank you very much for watching. Bye. Hopefully the next day we can work on the Fibonacci and we can try this, which is what I explained. So you can see the link to the you can see on the chat, you can see a link to the part 12, where there are 7 minutes of explanation on how this works. You know, that we have 5 workers. We have, the script is run 5 times with different values of Fibonacci, and then everything goes into the same here it is. Everything goes into the same API daemon, which is the one that it's talking to the actual exchange, so that we don't reach API limits. Okay, API rate limit. So that's what it is. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.